Hindi natin na-imagine that these things will happen. And I understand kung bakit pumunta si VP Sara Duterte. And I know deep inside her, she's hurt somehow. And there's a feeling of remorse and hurt maybe because dahil sa pagkampi niya kay Marcos, nakulong ang kanyang tatay. And then malupit po itong bilin ni Pangulong Duterte kay VP Sara.
How was the visit po?
Sandali. Siguro, VP will start by saying kung ano yung, paano siya, ano yung nangyari sa visit niya kay Presidente.
Yes,
Go.
Oh, okay, sige. So, I visited former President Duterte. He is in the hospital wing of the detention center. And he is in good spirits. He is well taken.
Alam mo, sa totoo lang ano kayang reaksyon ng ni Marcos at saka ni Torre dito? Kasi hindi mukhang stress si VP Sara Duterte, di ba? Sa totoo lang, hindi mukhang stress si VP Sara Duterte.
Cared of. Nag-comment lang siya na he really misses Filipino food. Yan lang. But very recently sa meal nila, meron ng rice. So that was a good development. And then
Rice is life. Ano kaya mas mahal, yung rice dyan o rice is dito sa Pilipinas? Yeah?
discussed about his legal team. And we discussed about the family. And we discussed about the country.
Gano'n po katagal niya?
Okay, questions now.
Gano'n po katagal yung visit niyo kay President Duterte?
The visit lasted for an hour. So it was from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
VP, what was his reaction or ano po yung kinuwento niya tungkol dun sa nangyaring initial appearance kanina?
Well, hindi namin na-discuss. Hindi namin na-discuss yung initial appearance niya kanina. Sorry. We did not discuss his initial appearance, and we only discussed the lawyers and the legal team and what we are going to do in the next 4 days. Yes.
VP, were you surprised that the former president appeared via live stream? Were you expecting him to see him there at the chamber?
I had no expectations. I did not know. I did not know he was appearing before a live stream. But I think it was the decision of the doctor. So inside the facility, all the decisions are made by the doctor.
VP, what's the plan now? The next hearing is September 23 pa. How will the family prepare for this?
Grabe, no? Yung next hearing, September pa. Sana hindi nyo nakinuha dito. Mga gunggong pala kayo eh. Hindi, alam mo yun? Alam mo ba yung kaninang hearing? Para lang sa kaalaman eh. Ano ba nangyari kanina sa hearing? Simple lang, parang sinabi lang niya, ako po si Rodrigo Roa Duterte, nakatira sa ganito, at pinanganak sa ganito, ito po yung aking birthday. Ako po yung inaakusahan, no? Tapos basa dun sa ako po yung yung accusation na bantakin mo. Sinasabi nung mga kulangot na mga pinklawan tsaka mga pulahan keso ilang libo-libo daw ang namatay. Yung akusasyon lang pala sa kanya less than 50. I'm not saying it's okay lang kung 50. Hindi na sinasabi ko. Sinasabi ko dito, yan ang fake news. Mantakin mo yung akusasyon sa kanya, libo-libong namatay sa war on drugs. Tapos, yun lang pala yung sa kanya, wala pang 50, anak ng tutsa itong mga animal na to. Sana sinabi yung libo-libo rin. Hindi, yan kasi sinabi ng ICC, yung akusasyon sa kanya, less than 50. Pero pag magsalita yung mga tarantadong mga politiko natin, libo-libo ang pinatay ni Duterte. Isipin nyo to paano nagka-idea yung ICC na 50 lang? Ibig sabihin, yung nagdemanda sa kanya, yung nagreklamo sa kanya, nagpresenta ng mga ebidensya, at nagsabi na eto si Rodrigo Roa Duterte, ang aming dating presidente, ay pumatay ng ganito. Sa media, libo-libo sinasabi. Abay, tarantado dito sa ICC, ilan lang, wala pang 50. O, yan mo makikita na talagang budul-budul man ito si ano. Di ba? Budul-budul man talaga eh.
Okay. So, I have not discussed the arrangements with next of kin and relatives here. I will discuss it with them tonight, and I will relate to them also what the President said and what the President wanted them to know. And so yes, we haven't made arrangements yet. But I will not leave until a relative comes to make sure that there is a next of kin living here. Yes.
VP, tungkol po sa usapan nyo ni dating Pangulo, may hiniling po ba siya sa inyo?
Yan. Usapan nila. Yan na. Ayan. May usapan. Next time po yung mikropono, tanggalan nyo ng echo. Hindi ko kakanta si VP Sara Duterte. I-off nyo po yung echo. May echo yung mic eh. Diyan mo malalaman ang mga Pilipino ay mahilig sa karaoke. Then, maraming salamat po sa nagdala ng ano yan eh, JBL yan eh. Yung mic niya pan JBL eh, yung Bluetooth na malaki siguro yan o maliit. Basta JBL yan eh. Pakitanggal naman po echo.
PRRD, may hiniling po ba siya sa inyo?
English.
Is there someone...
Yeah. Okay.
Loko rin to siya, English daw, English. Paano kung hindi marunong mag-English? Sa bagay, nakatira naman sila dyan. Di ba? Marunong na sigurado yan.
Yes. When we talked, he, as a request, he asked me to go home. So, he repeatedly said, do not leave the country.
Nako, importante yan mga kababayan. Importante. Kahit po ako yan kagad ang unang naisip ko. Although, syempre, hindi mo matatanggal yung fact na anak si VP Sara Duterte. Ako sinabi ko to sa mga kasamahan ko pag mga nakakausap kong mga basta sa community ng mga Duterte. Lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, hindi dapat umalis si VP Sara Duterte sa Pilipinas. Alam mo naman itong gobyerno to pag napraning. Alam mo yung mga praning pag napraning ang gobyernong to. Hindi, walang biro kasi alam nyo, nung una, kukwentuhan ko lang kayo ng bahagya para lang may konteksto kayong alam. Nung una, nung sinasabi na natin na iniisa-isa yung mga supporter ni Pangulong Duterte from Bantag, from Tebes, di ba? From dito kay Pastor Kibuloy, iniisa-isa na yan. Tapos sumunod si impeachment nito. Mga kababayan, marami sa atin na parang, di naman siguro, exaggerated naman kayo. Di ba? Yan lalong-lalo na nung marami pang hindi naniniwala nung panahon ng KOJC siege. Marami pa sa inyo hindi naniniwala na kaya ginanon si Pastor Kibuloy dahil sa meron siyang suporta. Alam niyo ho ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo paulit-ulit ang rally ngayon ng PDP, malaking factor, malaki sa organization ay ang KOJC. Lahat ng nakikita ninyo, sound system, basta maayos yung event, basta formal announcement coming from KOJC. Ganyan. Yung nangyari sa Hong Kong, KOJC yan. Alam ng gobyernong ito na malupit ang magiging partisipasyon ng community ni Pastor Kibuloy. Kaya ginanyan siya. Marami sa inyo, totoo, aminado, umamin kayo mga Duterte supporter. Marami sa inyo na hesitant kayo kay Pastor Kibuloy nung una. Hindi ko kayo masisisi. Naging hesitant din ako before, pero nagsaliksik ako At saka nakausap natin, pinresinta nila yung kanila mga ebidensya. Pero alam nyo, marami sa atin na hanggang kaduluduluhan sa KOJC siege, hindi kayo naniniwala. Na kaya siya inakusahan at dinimanda ng kung ano-ano ay dahil sa malapit siya sa Pangulong Duterte. Eto na ho yun, Eto na yung nangyayari na to Itong ginawa kay Pangulong Duterte, this is a grand plan from the very beginning to destroy the entire clan of Duterte. To make sure there would be no Duterte on 2028. Kasi yan ang hindrance sa kanila. Wala na eh. Yung Pinklawan, wala. Tayo na yan. Tinan mo yung mga senatoral nila, wala nang kwenta-kwenta eh. So their grand plan is to destroy the Duterte. And we didn't believe it. Kaya nga itong nangyayari na ito, mga kababayan, nakakagulat yan. Let's accept that fact. Kasi tandaan ninyo, in every healing, it has to have an acceptance. That's the truth. That's the truth. Kaya I cannot blame BP Sara Duterte if personally pupunta siya sa The Hague to see her father. Ano, talagang kung ikaw yun alam mo yun, talagang you would really see your father. Pero as I keep on saying sa mga friends ko, sabi ko, dapat hindi pumunta si BP Sara Duterte. Dahil baka magkaroon ng opportunity itong mga bangag na mapraning na naman. Sabi, huwag na nating pabalikin yan. Mahirap na pag nabangang na yun. Siyempre, pag alam naman natin, di ba? Pag sabog kung ano-ano naiisip. Ando na sila, huwag na natin silang pabalikin. Pero wala na tayong kalaban. Di ba? Nakakatakot. Kaya tama, ito ang bilin ni Pangulong Duterte. Bumalik ka na. Bumalik ka na. Dahil anytime, kasi sabi mo, baka sabihin, imposible naman, wala naman siyang kaso, wala namang demanda sa kanya, wala namang warrant. Hoy, mga kababayan, sa gobyerno ni Marcos, walang himala. Walang imposible. Puro himala ang nangyayari. That's the truth. Di ba? Sa gobyerno ni Marcos, batas? Sus! Sus! Hanggang nandyan si Torre at si Marbil. Ha? Alam mo ito may paalala lang ako sa iyo. Hindi ko na lang papangalanan para hindi naman kasi patay na po ito Hindi ko na. Pero kayong mga umabot sa panahon ni Marcos Sr., meron din siyang isang general na ginagamit palagi para ano ang kanyang plano. Pag meron siyang gustong tatawagin niya itong general na ito. Kilala po itong general. Ako, kilala ko ito nung kahit bata pa po ako noon, nadidinig ko na Itong general na ito ang talagang alam mo na. Di ba? Ito ang parang Torre ni Marcos. Kaya Torre, ikaw, yung general na yun, wala na. Hanggang kaduluduluhan na disgrace siya sa Pilipinas. Naging naging tampulan ng hindi maganda ang kanyang sinapit. No matter how much ang na-earn mo sa earth, kung ang legacy na iniwan mo ay ganyan, kawawa ka pa rin. Kaya Torre, medyo matuto ka sa kasaysayan. Sabi nga nila, it is good to learn from our mistakes, pero it is better to learn from the mistakes of others. Di ba? Totoo yan. Kaya eto na yung bili ni Pangulong Duterte kay BP Sara Duterte, umuwi na daw siya.
Do not leave the Philippines.
Yan.
And so I
do not leave the Philippines. Delicates kapag may napraning, baka hindi ka na pauwiin. At kanila na ang Pilipinas. Ibebenta na nila lahat ng meron sa Pilipinas.
told him na I know, I understand that. And I do not want to be here as well. Unfortunately, I am the only one who has a Schengen visa. And I am the only one who is a lawyer. So, I told him that when...
Yung Schengen visa ba sa China ba yan? Ay, iba pala. Iba yan. Joke lang. Alam ko po yan, Schengen visa. Nakapunta na po ako ng Europe. May Schengen visa po ako. Kaya, Hindi, pero expired na. I-renew ko na lang. Kaya mga taga-Netherlands, magkikita tayo one of these days. Magkikita-kita tayo mga na. Excited na ba kayong mga taga-Netherlands? Na makita ang Backstreet Boys ng SMNI? Easy. Mga ano nyo. Nagpe-prepare na ako ng dance number namin.
We are able to meet with the legal team that I will immediately return home and yes, do my work.
May defense team na po ba si PRRD, ma'am?
Defense team, yes. We already have a lead counsel and there will be meetings with, we had a meeting with him yesterday. And then we will have a meeting in person when he arrives this weekend.
And how many are they again?
Is it Nicholas Kaufman po?
Okay. Yes, the president already appointed term. Yes, the president already appointed Nicholas Kaufman as his lawyer.
Naku, mahirap yan. Naku, mali naman yan. Paano may pagtatanggol si Pangulong Duterte niyan kung ubo ng ubo? Kaufman. Huli mo na yan, Banat Bay. Gago! Paano magtatanggol? Kaufman, ubo ng ubo, mamang ubo ng ubo. Debiro lamang po. Sorry ano lang, para lang medyo maging magaan ang usapan, ha?
Ma'am, let me just go back to what he said to you, telling you not to leave the Philippines.
Yes.
What was the specific concern about it? And if you can also address yung, kasi according to Malacanang, they gave you travel authority until April 30 in several countries. Ano po kaya yun, ma'am? Ano yung reason for the travel?
My travel?
Yeah.
The moment that I felt that it was an extraordinary rendition, the moment that it was I felt that it was a kidnapping because they were holding him in 250, which is the air base of the Presidential Airlift Wing. I felt that he will not be able to leave that place, but he will be taken to wherever. At the time, we did not know. So we were preparing for a list of countries where he may be taken. So, and at the time, I did not know how I will be able to enter that country. So, we had to apply for travel authority for countries because I did not know how I would be able to.
Baka gawin pang issue yan, maraming bansa na hiningan ng travel authority kasi ang bawat opisyal ng gobyerno kailangan humingi ng travel authority to a specific place kung saan sila pupunta. Ngayon sinasabi dito, bakit marami daw yung bansa na yon? Kasi mga kababayan, pagdating sa Europa, marami hong entry point na bansa. Kasi hindi ho yan city, bansa po yan. So na pinagsama-sama sa Europa. So, depende yan kung saan yung mas mabilis magbigay ng Schengen visa. May ganun kasi. Naalala ko yan nung yung motorrad, yung nagmotor kami ng BMW yun Tour yun, ikot yun. So, pinag-uusapan kung saan pinakamabilis makakuha ng Schengen visa. Doon kami papasok. Even if hindi kami doon magmumotor. Doon lang kami kukuha. Para at least mas mabilis na makakuha. Ganun ho yun. So sa kanya kay BP Sara Duterte, siguro kaya maraming kasi kailangan nilang mabilis na makakuha ng Schengen visa para makadalaw kagad siya kay Pangulong Duterte. So kaya maraming bansa ang inilagay doon na travel visa. Para lang malinaw kasi mamaya yung mga tangang tanso, alam mo naman yung mga tangang vlogger na tanso, puta, inutusan lang kasi bumili ng rugby. Nag-vlog na
Travel.
Okay. So, di siya necessarily pupuntahan VP or i-complete yung travel up to April 30?
With regard to the date, no.
No
because
naman.
at the time, I did not know also how long was I gonna be. How long was I gonna be, wherever he is. So we applied for until April 30. But it doesn't mean that I will be here until April 30.
Yeah.
So I will be here until the legal team is doing their work already, and another relative is here to assist him.
Did he explain his concerns why you shouldn't, leave the Philippines?
He said that yes, I should immediately go back, just leave him here. But I said no, I cannot do that because no one will decide for him outside. So very limited people have access to him right now. So I told him that I just have to form that legal team. Then I can work remotely in the Philippines, talking to the legal team, and then yes. So I just need next of kin to come here, and everyone's applying for visa right now.
Pero wala po siyang fears that it will be taken advantage of your absence?
Well, he did not express fears about taking advantage. Some people or whoever taking advantage of my absence, but he repeatedly said that you must not leave the Philippines. You must go back to your country. You're not supposed to be here. And then I insisted that yes, I know what I have to do. And that
Siguro nag-away na sila ng mag-ama. Hindi, kasi alam mo, ganda ng kwentuhan. Noon sa Hong Kong, di ba, kinikwento ni Pangulong Duterte? Pag pakinggan niyo yung speech ni Pangulong Duterte doon, lagi silang nagtatalo nitong anak niya eh. Kasi daw, hindi, speech pala ni VP Sara Duterte yon. Isa sa mga speech niya nga, yung pinipilit siya na it's either mag-abogado o mag-doktor. Ang turing daw sa kanya noon ni Pangulong Duterte ay hindi tao kung hindi mag-abogado o doktor. Grabe, no? Hindi, pero because of that, actually, VP Sara Duterte was so thankful na ganun yung kanyang ama. Kasi, mantakin mo. Ako, sa totoo lang, pasaway lang talaga ako eh. Kung sumunod sana ako eh. Alam mo yon, may part sa akin ng pagsisisi na yan, kasi hindi ka sumunod. Kung may part na dapat nag-abogado ako eh. Kasi pasaway talaga ako noon nung bata ako. Sobrang pasaway ko noon. Rebelde ako noon. Ang plano kayo, imantakin mo. Ito ang pangarap ko noon maging NPA. Saka yung nakakita ang anak mo, anong gusto mo paglaki mo? NPA. Hindi kasi ako, I was also deceived that I thought itong mga komunista na ito, itong mga NPA na ito, ay sila po yung makabayan talaga. Eh, yung pala sila yung makagago. Sila yung mga tarantado ng bayan, di ba? Yun ang ano eh. Yun ang, di sana ako abogado sana ako, di. Attorney. Hindi na banat ba yan, ano? Attorney banat bay na yan, di ba? Sayang eh. Wala eh. Dahil tigas ng ulo mo eh.
I just need to set up something here in The Hague, and then I will immediately go back to the Philippines.
VP,
What was the disposition po in demeanor of the president when you saw him? And were you able to see po yung detention center, the detention area for the former president?
No, I was not allowed inside his detention area. We met in the visitors area, and the demeanor was, he looked well rested. I asked him that. I said, you look well rested. And then he said that, well, I don't do anything here except sleep and watch TV because he has access to a TV. And then I asked him about the food because I know his preferences for food. And then he said, yes, well, that's my only complaint is that I really, really miss Filipino food.
Specific food?
Kuan man gud na sa Bisaya ba kanang
Inununan.
paksiw. Kanang
Inununan. Paksiw lang.
paksiw.
Bulang lang.
Paksiw na isda.
Ayan, inununan sa Bisaya.
Unang-unan.
Inununan, yeah.
Inununan. Ano yun?
VP,
Inununan.
any comment po doon sa
Pwede bang pakitype yung anong sinabi ni BP Sara Duterte? Hindi ko alam. Inununan? Ano? Unununan? Sorry, hindi ko po alam. Pero favorite ko rin kasi yan. Kaya kailangan nating malaman sa Bisaya yan. Di ba? Yung paksiw na isda. Di ba? Ano bang tawag sa Bisaya? Pakisabi, pakisulat yan, ha? Oh.
Plano ng mga otoridad na i-raid po yung tahanan ng mga Duterte sa Davao City. Ito ba ay makonsider nyo na part sa para pabagsakin ng mga Duterte family?
Yes, I heard about that. The search warrant applied for all the houses, all our houses, all the members of the family. And I mentioned to my siblings that you don't have control over this anymore. So I just told them that just secure your valuables and then just allow them to do the search. And then we expect that there will be planted evidence
Naku,
inside the houses.
Yan na.
So I told them that we'll just have to face that as well, because that is the template that they did with former Congressman Arnie Teves. It's exactly the same template.
No, I told you, di ba? I told you so. Yung mga natin sinasabi kasi maraming nagsasabi diyan. Ba't nyo ba lagi nyo binabanggit si Teves? Kasi nga it's not the issue of the person. It's the issue, yung treatment ng gobyerno dun sa tao. Napaka-importanting maunawaan natin yan. Kasi iba dyan may mga humihirit pa eh. Hindi ano yan. Sa amin si Teves. Hindi yon. Maintindihan ninyo yung treatment ng gobyerno, yung template na ginawa ng gobyerno kay Teves, sablay, maling-mali, abusado, ika nga, illegal. Ito na nga, binabanggit nga ni BP Sara Duterte dito, na yan ang gagawing template sa kanila. I-raid, i-search, bibigyan ng search warrant, yung search warrant hindi specific, o di kaya kung specific man, hindi naman yun ang titignan. Di ba? Kung ano rin yung ginawa sa KOJC, ganun din. Oh, may search warrant. Hindi nga search warrant. Warrant of arrest eh. Oh, pero ang ginawa nila, nag-search sila. Yung kay Congressman Arnie Teves, ganun din. Nag-search. Ito nga sinasabi ni BP Sara Duterte na nagtanim. Di ba? Napaka-importanting maunawaan natin yan eh. Kasi pag sinabi mong search warrant, dapat is specific na nakasulat doon. Hindi, para lang mo di siya kaalaman natin. Pag sinabing search warrant, specific ano hinahanap. Hinahanap yung panty mo, ganun. Hinahanap yung brief mo, ganun. Sa cabinet na ganito, dapat specific yon. O kaya kung hindi man sa cabinet, basta specific yung, hindi yung sa cabinet, mali yung example sa cabinet. I mean, pag sinabing, yung relo, hinahanap kasi yung relo ang pinangsakal. Di ba? Oh. So, dapat specific. Ito nga sinasabi niya, antayin nyo na sabi nga niya kay Baste, wala na tayong magagawa dyan at siguradong magtatanim sila.
I told them that it's pointless. It's pointless to fight. So, just allow it to happen. It doesn't mean that that search is illegal, but then I told them that no one should be hurt, no one should resist, just allow them to do whatever that is illegal.
Ma'am, any comment po doon sa sinabi ni PCO Yusek Castro na walang kidnapping na nangyari sa lahat po ay may papeles tungkol po sa pag-aristo kay PRP?
Well, it was really kidnapping. You see the comments all around the world from experts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But if you talk to lawyers, they call it extraordinary rendition, but for a family member like me, that's kidnapping. That's forcibly taking my father to another country and illegally arresting him. So that's clearly kidnapping.
Ma'am, mag-apply po ba si PRRD ng interim release?
That is something that I cannot comment on because it's a legal strategy. So I would leave that to the lawyers if the lawyers would like to talk to the media. But I will not comment on legal strategy. I'll also add that because I told him a lot of people are crying. They are depressed, hurt, stressed about what happened and what is happening right now and what is happening in the country. And then he said, sabihin mo sa kanila, relax lang, may hangganan ang lahat.
Yon.
So remembering this from kasi I cannot take notes, I cannot take a ball pen and pen this. So, sabihin mo sa kanila, relax lang, may hangganan ng lahat. There will be a day of reckoning for all.
Yo, palakpakan.
Mahal na mahal po ang Duterte family ng mga OFW at mga Pilipino po sa bansang Pilipinas. Ngayon, grabe po yung emosyon ng mga Pilipino dahil mahal po nila si PRRD at kayo po. So, may mensahe po ba kayo para sa lahat ng mga Pilipino?
Yes. Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Mag-English pa ako, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Kasi... Wait. Sandali. Okay. Sige. Kadyot lang, ha?
Kadyot.
I'll start with,
Kadyot.
First off, I'd like to thank all our countrymen for your prayers and your profound support to the former presidents. We can feel your love, we can feel your anger, we can empathize with everyone, everyone's rage about what happened, and let us not be let us not forget the real issues in our country, and that is that is the poverty, that is corruption, that is the failure of the government to answer the demands from the people about accountability and transparency. The failure of the government to address peace and security in our country.
Yon.
Okay, so
Your flowers, why is it?
because I wanted to give it time, airtime. I wanted to give the flowers airtime because I don't know who gave this, but the people who gave this made efforts to go to a flower shop and buy flowers. So I wanted to give it airtime just to say thank you to those who
Grabe, very humble talaga itong aling to, no? Grabe, kasi na-appreciate niya yung pagpunta ng mga kababayan natin sa flower shop para ibigyan sa kanya. Talagang hinawakan niya daw para bigyan daw ng airtime sa media na yung pagbigay ng flowers ng mga kababayan natin.
Time to buy flowers. They know I love flowers, so
Ay, yung pala, mahal pala ni BP Sara Duterte yung bulaklak. Dapat ang Banateros pag na-meet si BP Sara Duterte, bigyan ng bulaklak eh.
Address that. Now, she will now address the Filipino community. Harap ka na dito.
Okay, yan na po yun. Okay.